from the middle of the 8-foot over the center line.
Lead for Wayne Middaugh is Carpenter Scott Bailey, as mentioned, 19 years in the game and just 31 years of age, and a former world champion with this rink in 1998.
Halfway's lots. Oh, even high. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The Middaugh team wanting to take early advantage of that free guard zone, placing their corner guard in front of the rings.
Tight.
Rules of play for today's championship match. The match will be 75 minutes in duration maximum. One-minute timeout per team. The three-rock free guard zone rule is in effect, and each game will take place, of course, during this championship. 10 ends, barring the event of an 11th and extra end here today.
Easy. We're in already.
Martin stating this ice is extremely quick, very fast. Wanted that one just short of the rings and still in the free guard zone.
I'll just tap it to here. Sure. Just tap to there.
Don Bartlett with both his rocks in the house. There is the right shot guard by Scott Bailey, and he's going to come back in here under the orders of Skip Wayne Middaugh.
Well, this being the fourth shot of the end, Middaugh team could have made a play on that, even if it was short of the rings. And Martin wanted it out front. He really wanted to get that center draw game going against the Wayne Middaugh team.
Whoa! 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 Go, go, go! Yep. Whoa! Whoa! Shot, Scotty.
Oh, that is nice. He moves that back and rolls right in behind the corner.
Friday night, we saw a game between Peter Corner and Greg McCauley, the reigning world champion, and they completed 10 ends of play, I believe, in your timing of about 2 hours and 10 minutes. But given the propensity for rocks in the house here in the first end, if this is the way the game is going to go, I think we're going to have some curling for some time here.
Well, both these teams really like to get at it. Go straight into that draw game. Appeal there by Carter Rycroft, and he had a fantastic game for this Martin team yesterday, coming in at a cool 95%.
Second stone for Wayne Middaugh.
There?
I think that's minimum.
Is Ian Tetley, former three-time world curling champion with 3 different skips. That is quite an accomplishment.
Line's good. A little tight. Yep, for line.
Really got this tight. Wanted to draw down with that side one and freeze right to it, but this is really cutting hard.
Hard.
Wings are a little high, though, so they are holding it straight.
Go! 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 It's a good shot.
Yeah. Symmetrically placed, 2 red rocks either side of the tee line. Total prize purse this weekend of $150,000. Today's champion will take home $40,000. The runner-up guaranteed of $20,000. Each round-robin win for both these teams worth $800 per victory, and in the round-robin, that equated to $3,200 per team.
And that's good money. Both of these teams are used to winning that kind of cash. Both have won in the $40,000 and $60,000 region first prize on a number of occasions. And just following up on that, last year was the first year that 2 teams on the tour, and that's tour winnings and skins games, both teams of these teams went over the $100,000 mark.
How about just tapping that, going there? Just want to try and tap it and go here a little bit.
Well, to the inside, he doesn't really have that.
Yeah, I still got off this one.
Yeah, I tap and roll away.
Roll away?
Yeah.
Same shot as Scott's. Just back ring.
Wall going over there.
What's that?
Have a nice wall. You just tap it over there.
Yeah, I know.
He's working on the wall. Just trying to get enough yellow granite moved back that they can then freeze right down in front of it.
56.
Whoa, whoa, got nothing. Got nothing. No. Got nothing.
Weight's good.
No. No.
Here it comes.
No. Yep. 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 Lots. Whoa. Whoa. Great shot.
Well, Paul, that's the beauty of
Excellent.
ice that's slightly dished, a little slow in the center. You will get that move to the center right at the end. So there is some finish towards the middle.
That's a pocket.
Martin looking over the Great Wall of China back there.
Exactly, and backing provided by way of those 3 yellow stones for the Ontario skip, Wayne Middaugh. However, Don Walchuk, pardon me, third here for this team. 7 Purple Hearts through the province of Alberta. And no stranger to the takeout.
Oh, never.
Feathers by the other side rock, but that came very close. Needed a thicker hit on the left-hand side of that red rock to take out both and sit 4.
Just too skinny on it. It had to curl up, and you're just not going to get that finish going towards the wings. It's a little high. Shoulders are high on this ice, and just spins in behind that red that he was trying to double.
Well, Skip's extremely pleased with the rocks in play here at Calgary Curling Club. A brand new set of rocks that were delivered here last December.
Beautiful insert stones and very nice running surface. Players haven't had any complaints about the granite the whole week, and talking to them, they said we've hardly ever found an unmatched rock that, you know, there was any difference in weight or curl.
Quick! Quick! Hurry, get the finish.
Third, Graham McCarroll getting plenty of help here from the front end, and Wayne Middaugh to get that rock into the house, and he'll get a bite of the top 12.
Wow, what a miss that is, because if anything, he could have been a couple feet deep and jiggled those yellows around.
Feet up. Should be pretty cool.
Under anticipating, perhaps, just how quick this ice is.
Martin's still in trouble here, though. That wall of yellow granite, Middaugh's definitely going to try and use that on his next stone.
Let's look at the intensity in the eyes of Don Walchuk.
Yep. Hard. Oh, oh. Oh, whoa, right off.
Direct hit.
He tried to finish, but didn't quite come up enough at the end.
Straighten right up.
Even if you roll right into this one's fine.
Okay.
Board.
On the tour, you'll generally see most of the teams play this outside-in ice. They just feel they can read it better.
Whoa, whoa. Clean. Whoa. Clean.
Whoa.
Yep. Yep. Quick. Hard. Quick. Hard. Hard. Quick. Hard.
Into the pocket.
That's awful.
Here on this side. Graham McCarroll, I would assume, Ed, not wanting as much spin-off as he did, and would have preferred to have left that middle Yellowstone in for backing, but he's lost it.
Right, Paul. He'd like to hit more of that and roll higher, stay right in behind his own red front guard. Interesting enough, Martin being able to see that is not going with the hit, just with the freeze. Reason being, he feels he'd leave an easy triple for Middaugh.
Not a whole bunch of weight. Hard line. You're gonna have to go hard, guys. Come on. Hard line. Come on. Hard. Move it early. Come on.
Quick.
Come on.
Hurry up.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Hard.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh.
Wicked.
Get on the back. Come on.
Wicked the front rock by Graham McCarroll.
Didn't get shot stone either.
I guess.
If I went four shot.
Yeah. It was good.
Not really in that good a spot, though.
It's not that bad a spot.
What's that?
It's not bad. Is okay on the stick? Yeah. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got to be 4 foot. Well, if
He's got to bite the 4. He just comes into there.
Here.
Yeah. That's why I was thinking of hitting this.
That's what I was looking at, too.
If I ever make that.
You put him in a well there, you gotta be in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you tap it to here, he's probably trying to make a hit and flop to cut you to 2.
Yeah. You'd rather tap it this way, wouldn't you?
Well, he can't try to hit and flop. Hey? He hits too thin at all.
Yeah.
The farm's sold.
Would you draw then?
Not bad, just drawing right here.
Throws the howitzer, tries to double it across the
Well,
top.
yeah, but again, he's got a lot of yellow that can go bad places.
You guys like drawing, or?
Why not, yeah.
Because it's probably going to be open.
Yeah.
Oh, my man. Hey, or do you play the intern? Because you know it warps in there.
Well, you know the outturn does too, though.
Outturn doesn't curl.
Huh?
Straight up the sheet.
Well, it's only straight up the sheet if you go here.
Well, that's where we're going.
Well, you can go wider, though, and get the hill.
No, we'll never get tight to that.
Well, if that's the case, then go intern.
You ever hit the wide one and roll in?
I mean, it doesn't matter. The intern, you show them half a rock. Doesn't matter.
Which way do you guys like better, intern or outturn? The outturn doesn't bury, eh? It's going to be wide open.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Does it matter?
What's that?
Does it matter?
Well, you'd like to get it partly buried, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but
What do you like?
What do you guys like? Outturn.
I prefer the out because you can't really hit it. You can't run it into it. Like, it goes into that
But
pile all
you're not
day,
going to
right?
get it buried.
He's actually trying to run it into our other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realize that. But
That's not. You're throwing normal down here, Scotty?
yeah, it's up here. Yeah. It's normal, yeah.
Up or normal?
It's normal.
Normal?
Shot selection by committee.
A lot of discussion on that one, and I feel a good choice. If Wayne Middaugh can get this even an inch buried, but keep it a top 4 foot, Kevin Martin's going to have a very tough shot.
8 foot.
Fine's good.
Go hard.
Yep.
Hard. Hard. Go. Come on. Go. Go hard. Go hard. Come on. Go. Keep going.
Well, that won't make it either, and
Sorry, boys.
looks like neither team really wants to score first here, and the opening point in this game would really be big.
Soupy Campbell, our official statistician, bringing up a very interesting point that only twice in tour final history of teams that have scored first not won the final. So
That's a lot of curl, eh? Like, man. Guess
Well, going back to 1994, Ed Warnick scored 3 in the first end here against Martin, but then Martin came back and won that final 9-6.
97 as well back in Winnipeg. Randy Wojtowicz from Saskatchewan scoring a single in the first end, but Russ Howard won with a 5-hander in the 9th. The 5-hander will do it to eventually win that game 9-5.
You just don't leave the same player, the tour player such as Martin, the same shot twice in a row. He just played this, and he isn't going to miss it.
Last draw for Kevin Martin. First end.
Clean. Yep. Okay.
Wants the freeze or even 2 or 3 inches in front.
Go! Well, good.
Good execution.
Is there a possibility of a deuce here for Wayne Middaugh? It doesn't look like it.
Martin had his weight perfect on this one. Learned a lot from that first one that he was a little light on, and just moved that back, and he has the counter.
Try and hit, basically try and roll my shooter out. It's real close. If it grazes that one on the way by.
Wayne Middaugh play the big weight here on the in-turn and hit that and spill those 2. Once your shooter to come over and hit that, and hopefully it'll graze that one back, and the yellow one will continue out this way. He's got to move a lot of granite with one high, hard shot.
Now, if anybody is capable of tossing the high, hard shot here with last rock in the opening end, it is Wayne Middaugh.
Selected the out-turn. Will he get lucky?
Yes, sir.
Yes, he does. It's a count of 1, 2, 3 red for Wayne Middaugh.
Huge start for the skip from Ontario as they jump out to a 3-0 lead with last rock on the first end here in Calgary.
The power of diesel is now even more powerful with the all-new Diesel Max. Fill up at Husky or Mohawk and improve the overall performance of your diesel-powered car or truck. Diesel Max makes engines run stronger, smoother, and perform longer with less maintenance. And Diesel Max burns cleaner, reducing harmful emissions over conventional diesel fuels, showing a big improvement in mileage. It's time for Diesel Max, improving performance and saving you money. Available only at your Husky and Mohawk retailers.
Excite your senses. ABC.
Introducing the Polaris Sportsman 500 HO with a new high-output engine and 20% more power. The world's best-selling automatic ATV just got better. Got one thing on your mind? Sports in the Calgary Herald. Get it daily. Call 235-READ. Looking to make a change? Careers in the Calgary Herald. Get it daily. Call 235-READ.
The Rock Advantage is brought to you by the Calgary Herald. Get it daily.
Defending champion Kevin Martin felt pretty safe after he froze in there, but Wayne Middaugh had other ideas, throwing the speedy out turn and didn't quite make the quadruple, didn't get them all out, but he moved all 4 stones, and that at 1, 2, 3 for Wayne Middaugh, and that's a huge lead for him in the opening end.
Came within a fraction of getting 4 with that last rock, and we've talked about Kevin Martin and how difficult it is to play Kevin when you're behind. How difficult is it to play Wayne Middaugh when you're behind if you're Kevin Martin?
Well, it's tough. It's really tough to catch a team like Middaugh because they are just shooting so well, and they'll use that early advantage. However, Martin over the years has really learned that there's more to curling than just being a front runner. I've seen him make some really good comebacks, and we alluded to the one going back when he gave Ed Wernick 3 here in the first end in the championship a number of years ago, and then he came back and won it.
Good point, and perhaps an omen of things to come that Wayne Middaugh does not want to think about at this time. And Don Bartlett leads second shot here for the ring from Edmonton.
Right there.
Right off. Right off. Stay close. Oh. Stay close. Yep. No. Oh, oh, oh. It's going to be right in the beak.
Well, if you're Kevin Martin, it's all important to get on the scoreboard this end. One would be, well, you'd take it, but 2 or 3 would be nice to get back into the game.
Just bored. No more.
Tetley with that look of determination. And they'll want to stay on the offense. It's early in the game yet. They don't want to just go totally defensive.
Talked about Ian's 3 world championships with 3 different skips. Al Hackner
Starting to back up.
back in 1985 in Glasgow. Ed Wernick in 1990, and in 1998, Ian would win a world championship as well with his current skip, Wayne Middaugh.
Well, he teases me that he always made 3 different skips into great curlers, and I always tease him now that he didn't win the Brier this year. It was the first time in a Brier that he had never won, so what a phenomenal record he's had.
Second stone, Carter Rycroft here for the Kevin Martin rank, and he was virtually perfect in yesterday's semifinal victory over Russ Howard and his rank just under 100%. Didn't miss much.
He only had the one error where he was slightly outside on an in-turn peel and took out 2 of his own stones, so he really heard it from his boys after the game.
Oh, picked.
Talking with Carter after the match, he was saying there was a biographical error in his read-up. He's not 22 years of age, but he's actually a mature 23, but somehow or another it doesn't look much different from 22 to 23.
What a great young player he is on the tour.
Feel the back one.
This is fine. I like this.
What do you like? Run it? Heel?
Okay. You get them both. I don't think we're trying to...
Clean. Just clean. Close. Clean. Yep. Hard.
Oh, boy.
Will it go all the way? Yes, it will. Nice shot by Ian Tetley. If you're Wayne Middaugh, you want to play a good in here. You don't want to give Martin 2 or 3 and let him back in and create a monster, and all of a sudden Martin gets on a roll, and then he's hard to stop.
Few changes in the World Curling Tour in terms of participants in this final from one year to the next as we look back to Winnipeg in the Max Bell Arena last year, and Kevin Martin going for the victory right here.
A superb final. He led 6-4 going on to the final end and needed that double to close it out against this same Wayne Middaugh.
His third championship and a combination of 5 champions in this event here between these two skips. Kevin Martin winning it 3 times. Wayne Middaugh the deuce as well. And another Eastern Canada, Western Canada battle here to decide top honors 2001 at the Calgary Curling Club.
Not much move to the sides, just difficult to climb that shoulder and get around the corner guard. Both of these teams intact from last year, same lineups.
Give you an indication of that 1994 final where Martin trailed Wernick by 3 after one end of play and did come back to win it 9-6. He bounced back in ends 8 and 9 to steal 4 points, 2 in each end, and secure the victory. They did not have to play the 10th end.
A little different story here, though. He's playing against a tougher peeling team, this Middaugh team.
Smattering of applause.
How do you utilize these corner guards? Well, it's very difficult to get the curl from the center line to the outside, so Martin's going away wide. Beauty of it, though, is with the Ice King machine nowadays, it's very keen all the way out there. And he's used this shot a lot this week.
It's provided these rinks with all sorts of alternatives not seen of historically when you think of the term weeds for the outside portions of those sheets. Very sticky, really a no man's land, a dartboard into a dark room, but not the case this time around here thanks to Jamie Barras and his outstanding ice crew, the Calgary Curling Club.
Hard line. Oh, no.
Not much handle.
Got no handle.
Got more curl.
That's all right. They can still get around that.
Yeah. Wayne Middaugh and his Ontario rank playing in their 8th game of this Tour Championship finale weekend here in Calgary. They come in with a record of 6-1. The only loss to Tom Brewster's rank by way of Scotland, a 7-4 final, but beyond that, they've been pretty good. Or rather, I'm sorry, lost to Derboka.
And that was a tough start for them. Brian Derboka snapped them for a 5-ender in the first end, and that'll wake you up in a hurry.
For Wade. Just for Wade. Just for Wade. Room. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Right off. Right off.
Staying aggressive.
Yep.
This Middaugh team.
Behind the yellow.
McCarroll with the tap.
Whoa.
Yes, behind the tee line. Now, if Martin can find a way to get there, he could go around that corner.
Speaking of getting there, they got there in fine fashion with a pool record of 4-1. They are 6-1 overall. That lone loss coming in their last pool regulation game to Peter Corner. 6-4 was the final score there for the Kevin Martin rink as they dropped it, but at that point in time, it already qualified for the quarterfinals. Last shot here for third, Don Walchuk.
Hard line. Hard. Hard. Hard line. Come on. Come on. It's looking good. Hard. Broom. Broom.
Okay, let's wait. Let's wait. Right off, Kevin. So we're back there.
A shot where Don Walchuk felt he had to go quite deep on just to make that straight back raise harder for Middaugh.
Oh, it's fixing your hand or whatever?
There was no handle.
Stradu, eh?
Oh, why are we getting sucked into this?
Well, you want to run it? I want to give him to. I think I can make this drill.
I like this.
We'll freeze it in there.
Yeah.
Weight's normal, eh?
Same way as your driver's button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just saw this one, the intern from Don Walchuk. Should have a very good idea of line and weight.
Weight's good. Whoa, room. Whoa. Only even short. Whoa. Only even short. Only even short. Only even short. Only even short. Whoa.
I'm not touching it.
I'm just talking the rock.
Whoa. Grind, you bugger. That's fine.
The grind it did. It finally stopped.
Okay.
Just in front of the yellow.
This shot we get one. Maybe.
Kevin Martin heads back to the hack knowing he isn't tough here in the second hand. Desperate for a deuce to get back into this game, trailing by 3 after one end of play, but Wayne Middaugh determined if he can't steal, he is going to.
Otherwise he's going to blast that.
Martin in a tough spot here because it comes down and freezes right into that one right there, and Middaugh freezes on him. Looks like Middaugh would own the pin, setting him up for another possible steal.
And denying Kevin the opportunity.
Yep. Okay. Line's real good.
Any anticipation of picking up his 2 points here.
Okay. Whoa.
It's all but given.
Whoa. A lot of room.
Whoa. Whoa. It's coming nice. Whoa.
Lots of weight.
Okay, line's real good. Whoa. Whoa.
Hard Carter.
Whoa.
Nice shot. How's that from Kevin Martin? Going to be difficult to deal with it.
Sitting at 1 and 3, and of course that shot rock does have backing.
Yeah, so he hammers it. Hammers it, hopefully he gets his one. Right?
Well, even if we get to the nose, I could have you move that to here.
I don't think you want to do that. I don't think you want to move it. I think you want to keep it all lined up. So if he hammers it, this one goes across the top, shooter goes out, this one picks that one. Right?
Same shot.
Same ice. That was good to you?
Yeah. Just freezing it? Just
right on him.
Yeah.
As long as the line's good.
We try to move him a little if we can?
An inch maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
If we can.
Middaugh just threw it, and as he mentioned, the breeze right in here, and all he would want to do, and when he puts his shooter in there, is just move that one back ever so slightly.
He's got to just peel it for one.
Wayne with that characteristic delivery where he looks down at the rock a number of times. They never taught that in the good old days.
It works.
Whoa, line. Whoa, line. Whoa, line. No line. None.
Perfect.
Nothing.
Whoa.
Nothing.
Heavy.
Nothing.
Heavy and hanging.
Oh, no line. No line. No line.
You can't go.
Oh, it curled up at the end. Just came enough.
All right, Ed, you're Kevin Martin. Are you able to feather that rock out and get your one?
Try to get to the nose, eh?
We got this too, but we don't take our own out.
Yeah. I can see nose plus an inch, I think. Have a look here. Cannot afford to be off nose at all, though. I think so. Let's go for the nose. I've got an inch of error, so that's quite a bit. Yeah, right down the edge of the line. It should hold for a long time. That angle raise, I'm just not sure of it.
Well, last year's final, Martin had a 3-0 lead. This year, the shoe's really on the other foot. He'll throw big weight, but he just has to skinny that front guard. Wants to stay with his shooter. This one could spin, that red one, and will this red one miss the back one?
Hard! 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 Hard!
The tick. And the steal. Another from Middaugh.
Tough break for Kevin Martin. Big break for Wayne Middaugh. He steals one after 2 ends of play. Middaugh 4. Kevin Martin, no score.
The power of diesel is now even more powerful with the all-new Diesel Max. Fill up at Husky or Mohawk and improve the overall performance of your diesel-powered car or truck. Diesel Max makes engines run stronger, smoother, and perform longer with less maintenance. And Diesel Max burns cleaner, reducing harmful emissions over conventional diesel fuels, showing a big improvement in mileage. It's time for Diesel Max, improving performance and saving you money. Available only at your Husky and Mohawk retailers.
Dance. You want to fly. You're going to jump. Help keep the life in your clothes with new Deep Clean Liquid Tide. Now that's new. detergents can to keep clothes looking great. New Deep Clean Liquid Tide. Keep the life in your clothes.
Nova Scotia, Nova Scotia. Discover the sights and sounds that make us Canada's seacoast. In our music, in the excitement of our past, in our seafaring heritage, and in young hearts. It's all in our 400-page Doers and Dreamers Guide. Get your free copy today and visit us as soon as you can. Nova Scotia, Canada's seacoast.
How the years, they fly by, fleeting glimpses, moments in our lives. Gotta hold on to 'em, catch 'em while you can. These are the moments, these are the moments. ABC holds the moments of our lives.
9 Olympic trial berths have been decided. Jeff Stoughton and his ring from Winnipeg thereby winning the Brier in 1999. In the year 2000, Greg McCauley en route to a world championship. He too on his way to Regina next December. The 2000 World Curling Tour champion and Kevin Martin. The Charity Classic, the SGI Charity Classic, won by Wayne Middaugh and Kelowna's Bert Gretzinger, winning it all in his hometown as well to advance. The Welton Beauchamp champion, Kerry Burtnick from Manitoba. And the Maritime Classic champion, John Morris, the former two-time world champion, en route to Regina as well. The Point Optical Classic won by Kevin Park from Edmonton. No stranger. The Brier champion from this year in Ottawa, David, Randy, and the rest of the gang, they are headed to Regina. And a list of 9 teams who have already made it to Regina in next December's Olympic trial berth. One yet to be decided. That will happen later here today at the Calgary Curling Club.
And it's 2 old buddies, Russ Howard and Peter Corner, going at it. Howard from Moncton, and he's moved there now and runs the Royal Oak Golf Course. Peter Corner skipping a team. Pierre Charette at 3rd.
Good.
That'll be an outstanding game, and we know we'll have a strong 10th team joining the rest of the field.
Hard line.
Peter Corner's concern, of course, is not only winning that match, but winning it in regulation time, as he and the rest of that rink have to catch a flight home from Calgary back to Toronto. And for information on that upcoming Olympic trial qualifier here at the Calgary Curling Club, for those of you with a computer, and that might include most of us these days, there's the WCTtour.com website. Dial in at any time, and we'll keep you up to date with what is happening in that match between Howard and Corner, and of course this championship match as well as it proceeds through the course of the day.
The web has been a blessing for the tour. I follow a lot of tour events during the year. A lot of the scores posted at the big events, internationally as well. Martin with his work really cut out here now. 4-0. Unfamiliar territory to him as he's played well in this event.
Corner frees it here.
Last year's championship, Kevin jumped up to a 3-0 lead through 2 ends of play on Wayne Middaugh en route to the 6-4 victory. This is Carter Rycroft, team second.
Line's good. Just freeze it. Room. Oh, if you can. Halt. Short. Go in.
Good shot.
Too good. Finished very good.
Martin figuring, let's just keep the rocks in place. Something good might happen. Middaugh doesn't want a whole lot of that. He'll either get the double here or just try and hit and roll off.
Okay, just peel it then.
Interesting, Ed, the gallery's tentative in their approach as far as applause was concerned. The complexities of the game are so different.
Just peel it.
Gallery's cognizant enough to know that there's certain game plans that these skips are potentially following.
Right, Paul. The game is complex, and a lot of times these skips have a really good alternative shot. If they don't get the one they're playing, there's a nice spot for the stone, and doesn't set up a lot of trouble for them. This Middaugh team, tough customers this year, though, when they get ahead. They've already won 3 times on the tour this year in Regina, Ottawa, and Sault Ste. Marie, and they've won the Sault 3 years in a row. A 21-game winning streak going for them at that event.
only thing is he noses it and gets rid of both their yellows.
Yeah. Right now we're in trouble though. I'm trying to got a score here, guys. Or corner freeze on that first one's good. Okay. A little less ice.
Yes, and scoring would be a good idea when you're trailing 4-0. The troublesome thing for them, and opponents find out when they're playing Martin that as well. It's just tough to get it behind in these teams that can throw the big, accurate weight.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Can't afford to bounce it. Yep. A lot of room. Just a guard. Just a guard. Oh. Yep. Okay. Okay.
Similar shot and result for Carter Rycroft. And here is how we brought about our 24 rink field to Calgary for this Tour Championship finale. The top WCT money winners advanced along with the top 2 European teams, thus getting that nice world field to it, and the top USA rink, Mr. Brown as well, and one sponsor exemption. That went to Vic Peters from Manitoba.
Very strong field. Top players in the world, and in the field, 30 of these players have won Canadian Briars before. 20 of them have won world titles, 10 Canadian juniors and 10 worlds. What a field.
A polite boast, of course, when we say the top 24 rinks in the world. They indeed are here.
And talking with a lot of those teams that didn't make it, they said they didn't do much wrong. They came here and played tremendous. 1 or 2 little miscues on sweeping, a couple off shots in a game, and all of a sudden you got 2 or 3 losses and you're out of it.
Yes, truly a fine line that separates these 2 rinks on the sheet here today from the rest of the field of 22 rinks that came to compete for the total prize purse of $150,000.
Don Walchuk with the outturn. Just wants to freeze into that top stone. Walchuk, a 7-time Briar competitor, 6-time All-Star at the Briar. Moved it back. Did he get a good angle?
Kevin is shot.
Bad news is they're all
Take them
gone.
all. Peel, across the top.
Graham McCarroll outturned, big weight.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Pick it clean. That's fine.
Good shot. Didn't do any damage. Got rid of the 1 yellow. Big numbers posted in the semifinal. 92% by this Middaugh team when they beat Corner last night.
What's that? Get that corner freeze on there now.
Final score in that match, if you've just joined us, was 6-3 for Wayne. They shook hands in the 6th end. Corner wisely deciding to cut his losses in anticipation of yet another trial berth on the line against Russ Howard here later today at the Calgary Curling Club.
Lot of room. Can we go? Sure, yeah. Make sure it's here. Hard spinning.
Gotta go for weight.
Hard then.
We gotta go for weight.
Hard. Line's good. Hard. Hard.
How's the line?
Real nice. Freeze it.
Hard.
No bounce. No bounce.
Great communication from Don on the front end. Don Bartlett, that is.
We're there.
Whoa. Oh. Sorry, guys. That's all right. Good throw. Good sweeping. Hey? Good throw. Knew we were there.
Threw it 124 feet and just
I think
3 or 4 inches off at the end.
And sit 1 shot rock right here behind his. Then he's got to hit it.
It's not awful. Yeah, I don't mind that.
You don't mind that?
No.
Say, like, if,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Edge of the rock?
a little more.
A little more?
No more, just normal.
Okay.
It's going to just straight up the sheet.
Yeah, I know. Makes him play it.
What's he doing here, Ed?
Playing the outturn hit on that top, Red.
We can stick ours right there.
Right
Maybe
onto the
sit 2
shot
buried.
stone.
1 for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes him make a play on the
That's
top.
2 is a
anyway.
precise
right.
shot.
Like
They
right
might
now,
have a
shot.
hard time
He
saving
wouldn't
his
have shot
shooter
it.
playing that and onto the yellow. Wants to
Just
save
normal.
that one in there. He'll probably roll away with his shooter.
And I definitely think you guys can run it down there.
Hair more. Yep. Quick.
Unexpectedly quiet weight here from Middaugh.
Whoa, close. Whoa, close.
Felt that it would run very straight, though.
Whoa.
About as good as he could do. A little lighter, he might have saved his shooter.
Oh, it would have been nice if we had left that out in there, too.
Yeah. Hurry a little bit.
Yeah.
Spot being straight like that needed a little bit more bit more curl, a little bit less weight to save a couple of reds.
I don't know.
This shot's not that difficult for Kevin Martin, but the problem he has, it's not just what you make, but it's what you leave, and you've heard that probably a lot of times.
That'd be good separation.
Could set up an easy double here for Wayne on his next one. So there'll be concern as to where they roll the shooter.
A little more ice. Just throw boards kind of stuff.
Works on the back, but still sits 2.
Oh, ever so lucky for Kevin Martin. They missed the sweep on that at the end. Kevin was yelling, but the sweepers weren't quite with the stone.
Kevin with a well-deserved sigh of relief, and this rink deserves a break at this point in time.
Finish, eh? It's real thin. Not bad.
You ever jams it into one of those?
Jams at the back.
Yeah. Right to there.
Yeah. Same ice? I like that. I like that.
I think roll a couple feet right. Yeah. He's got to try and get it by those back ones somehow.
Wayne Middaugh coming with quiet weight. Play the hit there and just roll it over. Like to sit in front of those 2 reds, the back ring, and thinking that he might be able to get a jam from Martin on the last one.
As it is right now, Kevin in great position to get his 2.
A little softer weight than his first one.
Good.
Boy, that's tracking so far.
Right
That'll
hangs around. Yeah, it does hang around, Paul. Just enough to be shot stone.
No, he's fine.
That's Kevin talking about a direct hit. Of course, that would sit shot, and a slight roll inside wouldn't hurt as well to pick up his deuce.
Should stay straight here.
Yeah.
As we listen into the Martin team, seems like he's got the ice figured here, knows it well. Big pressure shot for him, though. Down 4-0. He's got to be letter perfect.
Whoa, clean. Yep, hard. Yep, hard. Real hard.
Moving hard off the shoulders, as it does there sometimes.
Got nothing.
Wow. Heavens. Across it comes, and we talked about the roll inside, but not that much of a bit of a roll, and a big break as well for Wayne Middaugh. Martin has to settle for 1 with last rock, and as we head to the 4th end of play, it's a 4-1 score from Calgary.
Truth, fine. I didn't expect it to curl. Me neither. No, harder threw it down.
Every year about the same time, same place, it's back with a blast. Another cold Canadian winter, another frozen gas line. This winter, fight back. Fill up at Husky and Mohawk with ethanol-blended high-performance gasoline with a built-in gas line antifreeze. The ethanol blend offers added performance and a reduction of harmful emissions. This winter, you'll win with Husky and Mohawk, Mother Nature's gas stations.
On January 4th of this year, Kia Canada hired this man, Mike Parenteau, to photograph this car, the all-new Kia Magentas. Mike's work speaks for itself, don't you think? I do. Mike, if you're listening, joke's over. We want the car back. Now, Mike, the all-new Kia Magentas from just over $21,000. It's about time everyone had a well-made car, except Mike. I know a lot of things now that I didn't know before.
A real man can fix toilets.
I don't know everything.
Nice to know things are done right because you did it.
This is everything I ever wanted.
He knows everything there is to know about everything.
Did you listen to the guy?
We go to Home Depot for advice anyway.
I live for Saturday.
I asked the people at Home Depot, and they told me how to do it.
They improved me, I improved my house.
This is why I come to Home Depot.
First, Home Depot. First in home improvement.
Could we cure diseases faster? Would we have even more beautiful art to look at? More inventions to make life easier? How many more great minds, great talents, and great achievements would there be if every person in this world were properly fed? At Cargill, we believe human progress isn't just made, it is nourished.
And welcome back to snowy Calgary. As we mentioned yesterday, the tempo's certainly heating up here, and that is the case in today's championship match. Martin with 1 rock in the third hand, but trails Wayne Middaugh by 3 rocks as we head to 4. Closed captioning of today's broadcast is brought to you by JVC. And we are in partisan territory as far as the Wayne Middaugh rink is concerned here in southern Alberta, although Kevin is from Edmonton. And a good look at those young little puppies as well. The stuffed toys here have been the popular favorite of the galleries, and the players tossing those up into the stands. And prior to today's game, interesting to see is Martin and Middaugh tossing them at each other.
Yeah, it was a good little fist fight there of party dolls before the game being thrown at each other.
Halfway. Right off, Carter. Lots of weight.
You probably bring either the rock and hair. Yeah. Because it'll trip cheap. Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa!
That's in the house. Oh.
I'm just trying to be accurate.
Well, Martin finally hit the chalk there in that third end, getting the one, and really wanted the 2 badly. And that shoulder he threw on, that high out-turn shoulder, you really have to keep the weight up there. And he got a little bit fooled by that. Perhaps the in-turn light would have worked better.
But on the ice before and during the game, and these are the husky puppies we talked about that Wayne and Kevin were tossing at each other, and thank heavens the galleries were screaming for them as well.
8 foot.
Well, I think Middaugh won that snowball fight as well.
Tossing the big weight
perfect.
into the stands.
You got room. You're still by, though. Go for weight.
Help plenty here for Scott Bailey. Shot as they get it by that front guard and into the top of the 8 foot. Let's compare the numbers. Brought to you by Home Depot, the first in home improvement. Scott Bailey and Don Bartlett head-to-head here, and identical in terms of draws.
And there's no 2 leads better in the business at setting the table for their teams than Bailey and Bartlett.
Lots of room. Okay, hurry then. Hard. It'll finish. Hard line. Come on. Lots of room. Hard. Wait only. That's light. Hard.
And Paul, if there was ever a good reason for the free guard zone in like the 3 or the 4 rock rule, this is it. You know, like if this was just strictly a peel-out game now, there's no way that Martin could catch Middaugh. But with the utilization of the free guard zone, 3 rock rule, you can get some rocks in play.
An opportunity to steal, and with that 4 rock rule, and who knows in which direction the future of curling in Canada is going to go. It may head in that direction. The opportunity's enhanced as well.
No.
These teams, both having qualified for the Olympic trials in December, will play the 4 rock rule, the international rule. The same rule will be used at the Olympics in Salt Lake City.
3 or 4 feet short is probably the best spot.
Gambling time for Kevin Martin. He's way behind in this game, and he just has to ignore that red and go for the steal, cover up his own yellow.
Lots of weight.
And when you gamble, you either catch up or you get burnt, so we'll see which way it goes.
How far are we?
I think in hockey it's called the odd man rush.
Okay, can we corner freeze it?
No, it's coming down. We could if you want. No, I can't now. It's just up.
Got a corner freeze.
Right.
Got a corner freeze.
Go.
All right, they'll make the double.
Go.
Okay, that's safe.
Forward.
Don't get
Board.
that cute.
Actually, I prefer you didn't.
Yeah. Just leave it there.
Board. Clean.
Plate's fine.
Yep. Get your broom down. Yep. Hard. Hard. Really hard. Gotta go. Gotta go. Hard. Hard. That's the worst thing you could do. I know. Just peel it's fine.
Spins both rocks out of the house, and much to the chagrin of Skip Wayne Middaugh. Legacy of curling excellence here at the Calgary Curling Club, going back to Ron Northcott, Paul Gausel, and his junior days, and that legacy of champions will be extended in about 2 hours' time here as we crown a new, perhaps, champion. Wayne Middaugh is able to go on and defeat Kevin Mott, the existing champion, and this is how things have transpired so far. 4-1 is our score for Wayne Middaugh. And this Martin rink desperate to steal an end here and narrow the gap and get back into contention.
Need all the finish they can find on this one. Sweeper staying on it, trying to get good cover. Doesn't quite come over enough, and be interesting to see what Middaugh plays, if he can actually get around that guard.
Exact same shot's perfect.
And if you rack the guard, you rack the guard.
So we compare the seconds, again brought to you by Home Depot, first in home improvement. And Rycroft with the slight edge here today as he had it yesterday in the semifinal.
Well, for a young player, 23 years old, he sure takes care of a lot of other tough opponents, and there's not too often that we see Rycroft out curl. He's showing that again today.
Clean. Whoa. 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 Close. Whoa. Whoa. Close. Whoa. No.
It's got to finish.
No. No. Curl.
As a piece of that shot, Rock.
Okay, that's fine. Wanted to throw that one heavier.
Shooter rolls out, leaving the one Middaugh Rock top of the 12.
Yeah, that's good.
Tough setup for Kevin Martin. That extensively long yellow guard is so far out there that no matter where he buries, there's a good chance that Middaugh will be able to follow.
Draw.
How's the line?
Good.
Line's good. A lot of room. Plenty of weight.
Whoa.
Okay.
First shot for third Don Wolchuk.
Room. Ton of room.
Whoa.
You can.
Whoa.
Right off. Whoa, it's not moving.
You'll finish.
Hard. Bring it right to the back. Hard. It's not bearing. They're different, I tell you.
That's fine.
But different. Like it's different the way they're coming down.
Finding a little bit of talk about the stones, and I know from the past, whenever Kevin Martin has doubts about the stones, and he's talked about how terrific they were until these two stones.
You don't like that, eh? No?
Put the end. Throw it back up.
Well, he's going to end up sitting here and there on my last one. No, pretty much. Clean. Just clean. Yep. 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 It's curling. Yep. Quick. Yep. Hard. Curl. Quick.
Gets a piece of it and spills it just slightly to the left-hand side of the sheet.
Interesting talk between this team, and then we'll get back to their strategy in a second.
As we compare the thirds, Graham McCarroll has not missed a shot. Don Wolchuk has struggled somewhat.
Wow, and as we stayed on the tour, the thirds quite often guide the machine to victory, and Walchuk only 38% on 2 hits so far. McCarroll with the best of that by a long way.
Clean it. Clean it. Don't lose it. Well, we're not in, are we?
Clean it. No.
Clean it, Carter. Clean it. It's going to overcurl.
Take it around. If it's
Hard. Definitely. It's going to overcurl for sure. Oh, we're in. Yeah, we're going to bring it by. Oh.
8 foot, that's it.
Hard.
And with the luck, they'll get 8 foot.
That works.
Sitting 1 and 2.
Forward.
see if Tetley can keep that percentage perfect. Pardon me, McCarroll here, his last shot in the fourth end.
Right off. Clean. Shot cracks. Yep. Right over.
Want to win now or next one?
Well, it depends, I guess, what they end up doing, but... Because I can't think of throw a guard. No, he'll probably come in the top button.
Yeah, if you don't hit it right, they're gone, or the end's dead, and the game's over. He's going to hit it. If he bumps, fine. He's still two that way, maybe.
What do you want to do?
Well, the problem is...
What's that? First one line. There it goes. Probably in a spot where it
Well, Don's just going to go here, rolls here. We're playing with the game, right? He makes that angle raise for 3.
Hit the stick. Do what you want. I don't care.
I don't like to hit the stick.
Well, I'm going to peel it.
And hitting stick there, he makes a roll. And try to come around, it's tough. Got a tight guard somewhere here. Yep.
He'll play a run back, probably, maybe.
Yeah, I know he'll play the run back.
Guard?
Well, Paul, here, Kevin Martin here, you really have
Problem
to be
with guards
careful
is run
because
back,
there's some red ones
late
building
two.
up in the rings, and
Well, leave it.
if you happen to come in and set up a double,
Yeah,
pretty
3
well
feet
an
short.
automatic 3
Good
count
reading.
from Middaugh.
Yeah, Kevin realizes the margin of error is slim or none. Cannot afford to make a mistake here and give Wayne a chance to blow this game wide
over
open.
curl, that's my biggest concern.
Yeah.
This really looks like the smartest shot. Just a tight guard. Then make a final decision with his last one as to exactly where he'd like to go.
Supposed to be in. We're tight in, Don.
Keep it straight. Hard. Keep the line straight. Okay. Oh.
How's the line?
It's going to overcurl, I think.
Tight. It's over curling. Yep.
Hard.
Well, just clean and stop. Clean and
Got
stop.
a problem here.
Clean and stop.
It is moving hard.
Oh.
Oh.
Try to get that out there, too, a little extra.
And we'll compare skip numbers here as we wrap up the fourth end of play through 3 ends, and 88% for Wayne Middaugh, and Kevin Martin's had some tough shots to go at, and his percentages reflect that.
And that's why it's 4-1 for Middaugh. We've got McCarroll and Middaugh both winning their positions one-on-one.
If he makes any sort of a boo-boo, you got a shot for 3.
You want to play that?
Oh, yeah.
Right into here.
No. And get both ours. Nobody wants to draw but me.
Oh, I don't care. You can tap it if you want.
That's what I thought, too. I thought I could tap it out, too. My record's not that awful. This could be.
Interesting team here. Middaugh usually knows his strategy. McCarroll's generally the word of reason on the team, and Tetley sort of the Murphy's Law. What possibly could go wrong?
Checks and balances.
And Bailey says, just make it. I'll be happy.
It's the kind of day it has been for this rink from Ontario. They haven't missed much.
They making that one again, you figure?
Threw it perfect and just needed a little bit of sweeping, not much, and could have got it either way, left or right. Those kind of shots, sometimes you just drive it at it and try and get your half-inch either side.
Kevin Martin back in the hack, looking at 2 rocks for Wayne Middaugh, trailing 4-1 just in the fourth end of play, and this is his final rock in an attempt to steal. It's got to be buried somehow.
And that Russ Howard rule of keeping it in front of the tee line doesn't apply here. They'd like to go right back 4 or back 8 foot. Keep it as far back of the red raisins as possible.
A lot of room.
Back 12 at least.
Back 12?
There's back door here, too. Yikes.
Sorry, guys.
Steal of 2 and a potential steal. Not steal, rather, but Wayne gets his deuce, and the potential here, obviously, of getting his third shot. And this will be a 7-1 game in a matter of moments.
And Kevin threw that one 132 feet all the way on its own, right out the back door.
Oh, well. Edge of the 4. Yep.
Not a
Exact
happy
same line
camper.
I threw in that draw, eh?
Very tough double roll-in possibility here from Middaugh.
It's the exact same line I threw in the draw. Heck. Maybe I'll make the split for 4 if it runs. Draw weight's normal, Scotty? Hey?
Yeah.
Whoa. Is it through? Wait. No, then no. We got backline. No. Whoa. No. Don't touch it.
Whoa. Weight's fine.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Clean it. Clean it.
Hog to hog, the rock clock says 13.3. A little quicker than the normal 14.5 we need, but he still hangs around with that tap. Takes a little bit of the weight off, and it's 3 for Middaugh.
Tap back race for 3, as Ed has mentioned, and Wayne Middaugh has elevated his lead over Kevin Martin to 7-1 through 4 ends in Calgary.
The power of diesel is now even more powerful with the all-new Diesel Max. Fill up at Husky or Mohawk and improve the overall performance of your diesel-powered car or truck. Diesel Max makes engines run stronger, smoother, and perform longer with less maintenance. And Diesel Max burns cleaner, reducing harmful emissions over conventional diesel fuels, showing a big improvement in mileage. It's time for Diesel Max, improving performance and saving you money. Available only at your Husky and Mohawk retailers.
So, genetics gave you one kind of hairstyle. Maybe you'd prefer another? Presenting Physique, scientifically designed to let you create and keep the hairstyle you want. Physique Volumizing Collection gives amazing volume. Physique Straight Shape Collection gives an incredible straight look. Each lasts 20 hours. So while genetics may be predetermined, your style is totally up to you. Physique Collection. Physique Science gives you the style nature didn't.
Is everything all right? Everything's just fine.
For more than 60 years, families like Silkins have been entrusting A&J Campbell van lines to move more than just their belongings. You could say they deliver peace of mind. A&J Campbell, Canada's largest coast-to-coast mover.
And coming up in the 5th end break, the opportunity to win $250,000 in this gorgeous Kia Magentis car by way of a draw to the house. Our score through 4 ends of play as we head into the 5th. Wayne Middaugh leading Kevin Martin 7-1. And if we're to take a look at Scott Bailey and his Red Rock and the history of Red Rocks in this event this weekend, Red Rocks with 33 victories, Yellow Rocks have won 25. A trend holding true here today.
Yeah, the advantage has gone to the Red Rocks the entire week on this sheet.
Looks like it. Whoa!
And Kevin Martin, he mentioned that during the break that he wasn't pleased with these Yellowstones, but such are the breaks of the game, and I don't think it's the Stones as much as he hasn't had a banner game. They've had a bit of a tough time. He didn't quite get the right ice last time, and his end when he rolled over the top, and then it was heavy on his last one on that end. He's just got to get a lot of rocks in play. He's got to use that free guard zone, the 3-rock rule. Get a rock in a play out in front and get some stones hidden in behind. A 2-ender here and perhaps a steal. He could be back in it.
He wants his same ones back. No, he wants these back. Is this what he started the game with? Okay.
Bartlett now throwing those 2 stones, which were the property of Kevin Martin for the first few ends, but Kevin says, "No, you toss them now. I don't like those yellow ones. Not that 7 and 8 stones."
Oh, it's still lots.
Bartlett playing the out-turn guard. He wanted us to say hi in Spruce Grove to his wife, Shauna, and boys Stuart and Donald.
It's a long winter for all these competitive rinks. They're on the road for most of it, competing for prize money, Olympic trial berths, and an opportunity to get to the Briar, and of course the opportunity to get to this championship finale weekend.
3 flashes. Don't even look at it.
Playing to peel out his own. Middaugh feeling, well, we don't necessarily need our own stones in play. Didn't hurt himself, though. Could have peeled out his own, rolled out. I guess you can chuckle a little bit when you're up 7-1 and you breeze your own in the forefoot.
78.
Martin should go another corner guard, set up the goalpost. He'll play the freeze.
Yeah, give him a function. Yeah, that was not pretty.
Don Bartlett's second shot in his fifth end.
No Academy Award for that throw, he says.
I'm praying. Can't hit it.
Hard. Hard line. Make sure it's here. It's got to be here. Can't be late.
Should be.
Right up, guys.
Bartlett, the postman, a real character in the game of curling. Really enjoys the game and has a lot of fun with it. Great competitor and has become a fantastic judge of draw weight. And that really works out well for this Martin team.
Martin team has won $36,250. They won the Painted Hand Classic, lost the Regal Capital Classic in Sault Ste. Marie to Wayne Middaugh. Back in September, the Don Bartlett Classic in Gander, Newfoundland to Russ Howard.
They've had a good year. Nice win for them at Yorkton, and that Bartlett event in Gander, Newfoundland will go again next year. And Don wanted us to mention what a great event it was. And I guess when you have your own event, the Don Bartlett Classic, you lose the final to Russ Howard. And it's kind of unkind of Russ not to let Bartlett at least win his own event the first year. But Russ has done a lot of that last little while. He ganged up on his brother here, Glenn skipping his team, and Russ coming away with 2 victories. They had fun, though, trading 4-enders in the first time they met.
Did you at age 36 have a curling classic named after you, Ed?
No, sir, not yet, but Kevin Martin has a spiel of his own, and he's doing a tremendous amount for junior curling. He runs the Junior Invitational Easter Spiel. That is the Avenir and Otwell in Edmonton, 64 teams. It's the 3rd year, and the first year it was won by a well-known guy, junior, who's really playing well these days, John Morris.
I don't mind nose in it. Board.
Yeah. You feel it off.
Wayne Middaugh and his rink from Southern Ontario have won 3 times on the tour so far this year, and we take a look at his prize winnings of $61,950. A great winter hobby to make ends meet, heading to the summertime and golf season.
Most certainly, Paul, and that win at the SGI gave them their Olympic trials berth. In Ottawa, they actually gained a berth for Kerry Burtnick because they already had one. They beat Burtnick in the final, so that's where Burtnick moved on to the trials. And as I mentioned in the Sioux, something unheard of, 3 years in a row winning that event, and through the A every year, 21-game winning streak. That's pretty hard to, to fathom, somebody going through with that many wins in a row. But a few years ago, we had Wayne Middaugh, and to start the year, it was something like 25 out of 26 victories on the tour to start the year. So he's had some phenomenal early season success.
Northern Ontario, great for Ian Tetley. He, of course, is from Thunder Bay, and won a Brier with Ed Wernick in 1990 en route to their second World Championship. Along with Pat Perot and John Kawaja.
2 choices here for Wayne. He could hit the one in the rings, or he could rip the guard, and may even rip the guard looking for the double. This is a Kevin Martin ploy all the way, and Middaugh saying, well, I'll use your own trick against you.
Whoa. Whoa, right off. Right off.
Vice Graham McCarroll, his first shot.
Okay. Gets the 4 out of 4 on the marking scoreboard for the statistician for that shot. Didn't get the bonus, 5 out of 4 for the double.
Guard. Huh?
But when McCarroll's hot, as he was when he was in the All-Star in '98 when they won the Brier in the Worlds, he's a tough contender, and he fits so well into this team. And he's really the reason man on this team. When the strategy gets a little crazy, he tries to keep everything calm and collected.
And I think for Graham, if my history is right, going back to a Brier in Chicoutimi playing for Paul Savage, the Eugene Fitzik famous hog shot against Pat Ryan.
Absolutely right. He was in that Brier.
It's going to overcurl. Well, it's looking like it.
Yeah, hard.
Hard to control those guards.
Wow.
Nice shot. This could set up the 2-ender for Martin and get him somewhat back into it.
Yes, there is an asterisk placed beside somewhat, and Graham McCarroll hoping to get a page here in Good Housekeeping magazine.
Just clean.
Cleans up, splits them both, and again, the front of the house is wide open.
Well, these players are so good, they just make that peel look automatic. You know, the average club curler isn't going to find it quite that easy. You've got to be so precise on the broom and have the big weight as well. And they've also got the style of throwing that just a little bit back to the broom so it doesn't move. As long as they got a piece of the rock, it's just going to sit right there all the way down. Talking about peelers, this man himself, incredible peeling machine in his days as part of the Ryan Express.
Lots of weight.
And ironically, through four ends of play, he and
Let's go back here then,
Kevin
Don.
Martin a combined 44% on their hits.
Right here.
Go, go!
Well, they wouldn't be happy with that. That's below, way below their normal numbers.
That's not bad.
Pretty thin.
Intern.
Curls. Huh? Curls for the intern. But yeah, we can take a run at it if you
As
want.
great as this game has been for both these rinks, and I'm looking specifically at Kevin Martin, it can be a humbling experience from time to time, and this is why we play the games.
Curling's a lot like that other summer game called golf. When it's going in the trees and it's not working for you and your ball's in the water, you're going to score some pretty funny numbers, and Martin hasn't had it going today. He hasn't been right down the fairway.
I'll throw it on a piece and hope you guys can hold it. Nice hack.
Wayne's slipping on that one. He's going with the backswing. He uses the no lift on draws and then the backswing for the high peels. If you're going to miss it tight, because at least you get the one. He did that. He threw it tight, used the sweeping, tried to back it up into the double position.
Okay? You can't hold it there. That's the one spot where it curls. Good try. That's the one spot where it curls.
Give me the 7.
Martin saying that he'll throw the number 7 yellow on this. It's the 8 that he discarded and sent that down to Don Bartlett.
Have this thing wide enough. So
Numbers indicative of the score, 7-1, as we take a look at the statistics here for Kevin Martin into this fifth end of play. 50% on his hits and just 65% on his draws. And it's not been a typical Kevin Martin performance here today in Calgary.
Certainly not the numbers he curled in the semifinal on this same sheet.
Very much over here. Only saving grace. I was taking Carter.
Yeah, they're not getting real excited.
Hard. Right up.
Good positioning there. Very tough double. If he'd have got that back even another foot, there's absolutely no angle. You just can't make a straight acrosser like that. But I don't think Wayne Middaugh's even going to throw for this double. He'll just play the hit and roll. And I like this spot on the ice. We'll check it out. This is where Kevin Martin played that shot on the third in, trying for 2, and got it ready to curl hard off the shoulder. See what Middaugh learned from that one.
Wayne Middaugh's numbers, very impressive. 94% on his hits, and he is approaching a hit here, and 88% on his draws. Controlled weight here in this takeout on the out turn.
Lightweight from him, just going for the hit and roll in. That's what Martin needed 2 ends prior.
In a rock that he attempted to pick up his deuce, but unfortunately for Kevin, had the big weight, came inside slide from right to left, and hit a play, relegating him to just his lone point in this match so far through 5 hands of play, as we wrap it up here in the 5th with last rock for Kevin Martin.
It's his second chance to post a deuce on the board. He rolled out last time going down the lane in this direction. On the 3rd end, now the 5th, he has once again a chance for a 2.
That'll be a plenty of weight on this liner.
Oh, yeah. Heavy.
Hog to hog, he can get away with something around 14.5 seconds.
Should be pretty good.
Okay. Easy, Carter. Just clean.
Clean. It's really curling, guys. Hard. Holy smokes.
That's digging hard and fast.
Hard.
Oh, he's well over the 15 mark.
Come on.
Can they get it there?
Got to get a good chunk of the 8-foot here, and they're going to work. They're going to get it. Yes, sir.
Just enough.
Barely.
Martin doesn't like that Yellowstone even when he makes it.
Change of stones didn't suit Kevin Martin, but he did get his deuce to narrow the gap to 7-3. They trail by 4, and a who's who of curling greats in Canada and abroad. There's Ian Tetley, Carter Rycroft, Graham McCarroll, Don Walchuk, of course our skips, Wayne Middaugh, Kevin Martin. Martin trailing by 4 at the midway mark.
Every year about the same time, same place, it's back with a blast. Another cold Canadian winter, another frozen gas line. This winter, fight back. Fill up at Husky and Mohawk with ethanol-blended high-performance gasoline with a built-in gas line antifreeze. The ethanol blend offers added performance and a reduction of harmful emissions. This winter, you'll win with Husky and Mohawk, Mother Nature's gas stations.
You won't believe your mouth with this antacid tablet.
It's amazing.
Dissolved almost immediately.
Like, it's gone.
It's Maalox Quick Dissolve Chewables, a different kind of calcium carbonate tablet for heartburn.
It dissolves quickly when you put it in your mouth. Very quick.
Maalox Quick Dissolve Chewables dissolve faster and more completely than Tums.
Didn't have to dig it out of my teeth. It's gone.
Maalox Quick Dissolve. Finally, a quick dissolving antacid tablet.
Quick dissolve. Maalox.
Nova Scotia, Nova Scotia. Discover the sights and sounds that make us Canada's seacoast. In our music, in the excitement of our past, in our seafaring heritage, and in young hearts. It's all in our 400-page Doers and Dreamers Guide. Get your free copy today and visit us as soon as you can. Nova Scotia, Canada's seacoast.
The 20th century was one of widespread progress and invention, except when it came to cleaning the floors. But that all changed with Swiffer WetJet. Push the button. WetJet dissolves and absorbs dirt, cleaning places you never imagined you could before. And when the job's done, so's the dirt. Swiffer WetJet, cleaning the 21st century way.
On January 4th of this year, Kia Canada hired this man, Mike Parenteau, to photograph this car, the all-new Kia Magentas. Mike's work speaks for itself, don't you think? I do. Mike, if you're listening, joke's over. We want the car back. Now, Mike, the all-new Kia Magentas from just over $21,000. It's about time everyone had a well-made car, except Mike.
The 2001 Husky Players Championship is brought to you by Husky, leaders in fuel, food, and convenience. Kia, it's about time everyone had a well-made car. Home Depot, first in home improvement. AMJ Campbell Van Lines, official mover of Curling Canada and proud sponsor of Russ Howard. JVC, excite your senses. And by the Calgary Herald, get it daily.
The Calgary Curling Club is home to the 2001 Husky Players Championship, featuring Wayne Middaugh and Kevin Martin. Ontario leading the Alberta representatives by 4 through 5 hens of play. Yesterday, Dorothy Forpey, an opportunity to win a beautiful automobile. And this contestant had one shot at the button. Dot trying to hit the spot. $250,000 if she can hit the button and win the beautiful Kia Magentas vehicle as well. And a year's supply of gas from our good friends at Husky Fuels. Dorothy going with the old shuffleboard approach. And Ed, as we take a look at this shot, no opportunity for sweep, and Dorothy wishing that she may have had sweepers. It appeared to have slowed down somewhat, but as that rock went and went, indeed it went. And unfortunately for Dorothy, hack weight here yesterday.
Unfortunately, it picked up the wrong handle about halfway down the sheet, but she also had a little bit too much heat and speed on it, so it just went out the back door.
Dorothy, regardless, congratulations on a tremendous attempt, and we're going to head back with our second half here of this championship from Calgary in just a moment.
The power of diesel is now even more powerful with the all-new Diesel Max. Fill up at Husky or Mohawk and improve the overall performance of your diesel-powered car or truck. Diesel Max makes engines run stronger, smoother, and perform longer with less maintenance. And Diesel Max burns cleaner, reducing harmful emissions over conventional diesel fuels, showing a big improvement in mileage. It's time for Diesel Max, improving performance and saving you money. Available only at your Husky and Mohawk retailers.
On January 4th of this year, Kia Canada hired this man, Mike Parenteau, to photograph this car, the all-new Kia Magentas. Mike's work speaks for itself, don't you think? I do. Mike, if you're listening, joke's over. We want the car back. Now, Mike, the all-new Kia Magentas from just over $21,000. It's about time everyone had a well-made car, except Mike.
Got one thing on your mind? Sports in the Calgary Herald. Get it daily. Call 235-READ. Looking to make a change? Careers in the Calgary Herald. Get it daily. Call 235-READ.
And we are back at the Calgary Curling Club in the Husky Players Championship at the midway mark, and by the numbers. Player comparisons brought to you by Home Depot, first in home improvement.
Well, we've already seen it earlier, Paul, that it has just been the Middaugh team with fantastic numbers all the way. And Kevin Martin and Don Walchuk very uncharacteristically low in their numbers. They're third and skipping when the back end isn't really coming up with the big shots there. You're going to see a score like it is 7-3 presently with Middaugh in the lead and also the high percentage numbers.
Overall team percentages, however, very close. Kevin Martin just trailing his counterpart from Ontario by 2, 85 to 83%, but the big numbers on the scoreboard, 7-3 for Wayne Middaugh.
They're better than that.
Yep.
And it's just a matter of time before he's you or I 15 years ago.
Oh, he's going to be
maybe
win a lot of stuff.
18 or 19 years ago.
Aren't you older than me?
No, I don't think so. There's no way I can be older than you.
No, I don't think so.
You're like
What year is it?
67.
66. Oh, 1 year. You look old.
Age comparisons out on the ice.
It's been a game of numbers the entire day here in Calgary.
Okay. See if this can curl 7 feet like Kevin's last one did. Oh, geez, look how straight it's running. Oh, look, it's not curling at all.
You're thinking maybe it's the thrower?
Whoa, 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 honey. Shot, Donnie B.
Donnie B. Bartlett putting that one into play into the free guard zone.
And it's been a competitive weekend. We can thank the ice for that. And this is Jamie Barassa, the ice maker here at the Calgary Curling Club.
In his 6th year here at the club, and very fine ice maker.
Yep. Wait there. Whoa, close. Yep, yep. Whoa, whoa, like through?
Middaugh team here can play the come-around, or they could play the chip chisel shot just to move that yellow one off the center line.
Okay.
To the button, to south of the teal line, and in behind cover.
They pull somebody else out, or? I thought she was supposed to throw the draw or something.
Oh, I kind of figured that too, actually.
Right for the moment, the Martin team could use all the rules they can get to go their way. The 3 rock, the 4 rock, the 5, the 6, whatever they could get to put rocks in play.
Right off the
To
line.
make it tough for Middaugh.
Lot of room.
Bumping. Back 8. Whoa. No. Close. Whoa. No. Whoa. Whoa. It's by. It's by. Heavy.
Talked about the legacy of history, excellence in the sport of curling here at the Calgary Curling Club. We can go back to the World Curling Tour's inaugural event in 1993, here in 94 as well, and most recently the 2001 Canadian Seniors.
And that was quite a fantastic win on the men's side for Gary Ross of Manitoba. And Gary's a guy who over the years lost something like 6 Manitoba final championships and never did make it to the Brier, but finally capped it off with a big senior win.
And in 1998, the graphic indicating the 1998 Canadian Junior Championship, won then by John Morris, defeating Carter Rycroft in a sensational final. John en route to a world championship that year.
That was a tremendous final played here between Morris and Rycroft.
Okay, line should be good.
Carter had a chance in the 8th end to draw on his first and blank on his second. Missed both, and that sent John Morris on a victory.
Line's good. Line's good.
It's going to overcurl.
Yeah, but they can't afford to hit that side anyways. It's fine.
Shot.
Shot.
The ensuing ends will be a game of cat and mouse here for Kevin Martin as he just attempts to put the rocks up front. Team Middaugh just will peel. Keep it wide open as Ian Tetley has done right there.
Both of these teams are just absolute peeling machines, and obviously it's Middaugh in this game that's able to use that strength, and he's ahead 7-3 in the scoreboard, so he can just eliminate as many yellow ones as he can and keep this Martin team from making a comeback.
Line's a little tighter. Line's a little tighter.
Second shot in his 6th end for second stone, Carter Rycroft. Pair of Dons applying the brushes in Bartlett and Walchuk. And it'll be a high guard.
Good shot.
Tetley uses that backswing to get the weight. Going after another peel.
High weight also guarantees he will not be sticking around. Peels off to the sideboards, and again it is wide open once again.
As we follow Walchuk down the ice to throw his stone in this 6th end. It's kind of an off year for them as far Brier-wise. Martin not getting to go to the Brier, losing that final to the Dave Furby. Randy Furby, Poverty, and Dave Nedowin team, and so they went to the Brier and won it. And Martin won't be at that Worlds in Lausanne.
But as an Alberta representative on 6 occasions, you can assume he is going to be back.
Okay.
Walchuk's been there 7 times.
This thing's really going now.
Rycroft 2 years ago with his first trip to the championships.
Good shot.
Walchuk mentioned before the game that his team, although they certainly wouldn't be in Lausanne this year, that some good things did happen. They were going to be attending the Masters Golf in Georgia, seeing if Tiger could win all 4 major championships and hold those titles. Like, that'd really be something to go to the Masters Golf.
Well, they're wearing 4 green jackets here in this afternoon's match. Kevin going back on top again. They attempt to chip back into this match in contention here, and the possibility of getting a steal on this end.
Clean, clean. Line's real tight already.
Tetley on the Middaugh team kind of, for the first time in the match, given this Martin team a little bit of life with the nose on that last guard.
The red one? No. Hard, muzzle try.
Hard, go hard, go! Go, Carter, go!
So little chip will do you as he just rolls off and gets good cover on shot stone.
Just 1 steal in this game so far. Took place by the Middaugh rink in the 2nd end, where they stole 1 to go with the 3 they took in the 1st end and provide the Ontario rink with a 4-0 lead right off the bat.
A little less than half that way.
Okay.
Could be a remote possibility here of getting both guards and shot stone if the red they strike spins back properly.
Good shot.
Wow, take that.
When it's going good, it's going great. Terrific shot by Graham McCarroll.
Just the right angle. Comes off the front yellow one. That'll work.
Ends up spilling the front side and sitting shot.
Now that's the keeper. I'll keep that one.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
Yellowstones, they've given Martin trouble today.
Clean. Small. Yep. Hard. 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 Hey. You're just going crazy.
Which turn do you think is easier? In-turn? Flatter?
Martin alluding to the fact that those yellow ones aren't reacting quite the way he'd like.
I like the upturn.
Do you? Yeah. I intermill the rocks kind of.
Turns sure curling more than it was yesterday.
You'll curl a hair, right?
I can't believe my rocks are curling.
So it's a challenge today for Kevin Martin, reading these rocks and reading the ice as well. And it's a difficult combination for him, and as a result, trailing by 4, not quite getting the results he would like.
Middaugh needs big weight here because his shooter will lose a lot of energy when it strikes that first yellow one real flush. He'll need some energy left to get the roll for the double. That's tracking straight in. Little roll.
Okay.
Middaugh can't be totally displeased here. Gets the one and rolls over to the other. And McCarroll took care of business earlier on by making the triple.
Yeah. Both rocks strategically placed close together. There's still a possibility of a blank end here for Wayne if he's not able to get his 2.
Afraid if they gave it 2 licks, it was
Kevin in position here to remove that rock.
Clean. Oh, off. Yep. Clean. Hard. Yep. Hard.
Good.
6-2.
This is my board. Okay.
Martin will need a break
takes
here.
off here, eh? I'm not out to the curl, you think?
Shouldn't be.
What's that?
No.
There's not the big swoop on this side.
And Ed, with 4 ends to play following this 6th end, picking up one wouldn't be the end of the world for Wayne Middaugh.
Yeah, that just increases lead and keep him right where he wants to be. The sweepers talked it over with him. They feel they know this spot real well.
Yep.
Yep, hard.
Quick.
Hard.
Quick.
Hard. Clean.
Whoa.
Yep, yep. Clean.
Whoa, whoa.
Clean. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Clean.
Right in.
Clean. Just clean.
Good shot.
Last rock settles into the 4-foot for his 1. Gladly accepts that. We've gone through 6 ends of play. The Calgary Curling Club and the Husky Players Championship in Southern Alberta. 8-3 for Wayne Middaugh.
Every year about the same time, same place, it's back with a blast. Another cold Canadian winter, another frozen gas line. This winter, fight back. Fill up at Husky and Mohawk with ethanol-blended high-performance gasoline with a built-in gas line antifreeze. The ethanol blend offers added performance and a reduction of harmful emissions. This winter, you'll win with Husky and Mohawk, Mother Nature's gas stations.
I can do this.
Wall labor does not scare me.
I can do pretty much anything.
I hate this picture.
No job is too big.
Home Depot makes it easy.
Go home with the right tools and you're done.
I made it beautiful.
How do you know so much?
I'm a gardener, I'm a plumber, I'm the floor tiler.
Gone. I'm a supervisor.
I turned my garage.
She's my hero.
Back into a garage.
This is my house.
This is why I
Go to the Home Depot first.
Home Depot. First in home improvement.
Introducing the Polaris Polaris Sportsman 500 HO with a new high-output engine and 20% more power. The world's best-selling automatic ATV just got better.
2 ways to treat your skin to a facial. $65, please. Olay Daily Facials. Without making an appointment or having to wait, you can cleanse, exfoliate, clarify, and hydrate your skin at home. Use it every day for a month, and it's just like your skin had a facial. Olay Daily Facials. Proven to cleanse and exfoliate like a facial.
4 ends separating Wayne Middaugh from yet another World Curling Tour Players Championship here. Calgary Curling Club leading Kevin Martin's rink by a score of 8-3.
Go, baby.
Go, baby.
And in some respects here, the pressure is off for this Martin rink, and they're just going to pin the ears back and go for it and have some fun.
Well, for the first time in the game, they actually won 2 ends. They got a deuce on 5, and Middaugh only got 1 on 6, so they won that stretch. And so if they can keep getting deuces and only give 1s back, but they're kind of running out of ends for that strategy. They need a deuce here, and they need lots of steals.
Scott Bailey with the upside weight. And just tossing it right through the house, and a break for the brushers in terms of McCarroll and Tetley.
Just a freebie throw-through for Scott. Middaugh says we don't need too many rocks in play.
We discussed it earlier in this game, but the score is 8-3. The possibility of 4-rock rule in play here. Would the Martin rink have a great opportunity to get back into this, or the odds still highly stacked against them?
I don't know, back.
Well, the one thing the 4-rock rule does, it really gives you a better chance for steals, because you get to play the first and third stones of the end, and both of those, if they're played in front of the rings in the free guard zone, are protected until after the first 4 shots at the end have been played. So there's a better chance for steals. And Martin would certainly need that at this point.
Carter.
Coming here at the last moment, down the center line, and he gets a roll in behind cover. Partially open out the other side, but not much to be seen.
Again. Feel it. 8-3. 8-3. I got to be shooting 50, man, for this team to win.
Can you do it? Win easy. Yep. Clean.
Donnie Bartlett coming up with the goods here as he taps that red one back and rolls in behind the front yellow.
The 2 Dons from this Edmonton rink have avoided the razor for today's championship. That was the case yesterday for Walchuk, and Bartlett's followed suit here today.
Well, Walchuk, being an investment dealer, states that way. It's been a tough year in the market, with that NASDAQ stuff, so couldn't find a razor, couldn't afford one.
Quite a bit of room. It's on the other side of center.
First shot for second stone, Carter Rycroft. And back we go with rocks out front.
Good. Good shot.
For Wayne Middaugh, he's willing to give up the 1 or 2 here. The deuce wouldn't be the end of the world for him. And the main thing is to avoid giving away the 3 or 4 ender and really letting that scoreboard narrow the gap for Kevin Martin. He'll just continue to peel, and when it comes down to Middaugh's last shot, then he might take a run at that shot stone in the rings if he can see it.
Tetley peels, and Rycroft back in the hack with the same shot as his previous attempt. He'll just put it back out on top.
Mine's a little tighter.
At the previous break, the 2 skips, Middaugh and Martin, were talking about what a great young player this Carter is and the future that he's going to have, perhaps even as a skip as he learns the trade.
At the end.
I got it.
And as mentioned, Carter adamant that he's not 22 years of age, he's 23, and I think as time goes on, he won't be boasting as much. As we all get a bit older, don't mind hanging on to some of those younger numbers, whether they be Celsius or Fahrenheit.
A very mature 23 years old, though, in his days from junior curling, and then now the fantastic experience of curling with this Martin team. He's learned a lot. He really fits into the team.
Yep.
He's earned that opportunity.
Clean. Clean's fine.
McCarroll spins and peels it off into wide open once again, and Martin attempting to cover his shot rock.
McCarroll not hitting and staying in front as he did last end. But then he sure made up for it with his last one where he doubled the 2 front guards and got the shot stone off the button.
Halfway.
A lot of weight. Oh, weight's fine.
Line's good. Might over curl. Well, no, it's fine.
Tight.
Okay, whoa. Oh, no doubles. No doubles.
Later today, Peter Corner and Russ Howard will compete here at the Calgary Curling Club to decide the 10th and final spot for the curling trials in Regina next December to decide Canada's representative at the Olympic Games in Salt Lake City. And as we look back to 1997, Kevin Martin in those trials, a very impressive 6-3, beat Wernick 9-6 in one semifinal, but lost to Mike Harris and his Ontario rank 6-5 to deny them a trip to the Olympic Games.
You want the guard again?
Yeah. And an opportunity to stay on top of those results the entire game by dialing into your computer in WCTour.com. Corner and Howard later on today.
Good, halfway to play.
Wayne Middaugh, by the way, very disappointing 3-6 in that round-robin plane, was not able to compete in the playoff to get the Olympic representative, but he will be back this time around in Regina next December, and he told us yesterday in our broadcast across the nation here on Global, it is a medal he values highly after having won World and Brier Championships. It's the Olympic gold that he's dead set after.
Dead buried on this ice.
And Paul, there's no way in the world you're going to see Wayne Middaugh go 3-6 in those trials. He just had a bad one last time, and that was kind of the only series he had where he didn't play well for a number of years.
Make me think about it. Kevin will be nice and give me a sniff of the double.
And you look at the Corner and Howard rinks, as disappointing as it was to lose yesterday's semifinals, for one of these two rinks, the trip home is not going to be at a total loss.
Just clean.
And I talked with Wayne Middaugh before the game, and he said that 10th spot is a big, big deal, that game between Howard and Corner later in the day.
Lovely. You didn't like that one or something?
Clear the tee line, guys. Yeah.
Going back to 1992, the Winter Olympics in Albertville, when it was still a demonstration sport after Calgary in '88. Martin was there along with still the same lead he has here, Don Bartlett, Kevin Park, and Dan Petrick, part of that team as well.
That was a frustrating Olympics for them. They finished 4th in that event, just out of the medals.
No. Another pick. Tee line.
And as illustrious as the career has been of Kevin Martin, internationally he's just had the tough luck. You go back to the junior days in 1986 when he lost out to win the World Juniors, and then 1991 he lost the World Final of the men's to David Smith in Winnipeg.
Very controversial final back then as well.
Yep, when they brought out the corn brooms and tried to muck it up big time.
Chances, so Jabs gets one. It's tougher. You almost hit and roll here.
And they're still pulling for him, though. They're not going to give up. He's got a long way to go on this one. And then
no double there,
in '97, it was a
sure
tough semifinal loss to Peter Lindholm in the Worlds.
Yeah? All right.
I think it's a better chance of the double with the outturn with it falling back. Or the intern with it.
Going to have to be a little heat going on here to get this double straight across.
Yeah. With the outturn. Give me a hair. Good throw outturn. It doesn't really matter. It's going to get 2 anyway, so.
Last rock.
Put extra spin to try to get more action on the roll.
7th end for Wayne Middaugh. Hammer belongs to Kevin Martin. Get some feel, but not enough as he hits it thick.
What a great try. Wow, what a great try. Didn't quite get shot when he snuck in behind the yellow, and tremendous throw, though. Put that extra spin on it, but still kept the good line.
If that ever stays in there, that's pretty
It's a piss on it. Stays for shot. I know.
Okay, guys. This one should run nice, eh?
Yeah. Can't throw that same weight. It's way too heavy. Here's this spot.
Yeah.
See if Kevin Martin can pick up another deuce. He drew for two here in the fifth end.
It was a tough deuce, if you recall back, Ed. They had to get plenty of help from the front three to get that rock into the house, and a good bite of the 8-foot.
They struggled on that one. They were over 15 seconds, hog to hog. See how they fare this time. About 14.5 is dead on. Bartlett and Carter look like they got good control of that one.
Shot.
Another deuce for the Martin team.
Haven't hit the Husky much
We
today.
assume he drew the button. The Husky remains bare, but the cupboard not altogether bare for Kevin Martin and his team from Edmonton, but they trail by 3, 8-5.
Good enough. Still, so we might not be able to get too high.
The power of diesel is now even more powerful with the all-new Diesel Max. Fill up at Husky or Mohawk and improve the overall performance of your diesel-powered car or truck. Diesel Max makes engines run stronger, smoother, and perform longer with less maintenance. And Diesel Max burns cleaner, reducing harmful emissions over conventional diesel fuels, showing a big improvement in mileage. It's time for Diesel Max, improving performance and saving you money. Available only at your Husky and Mohawk retailers.
Silken, is everything all right? Everything's just fine.
For more than 60 years, families like Silkins have been entrusting A&J Campbell van lines to move more than just their belongings. You could say they deliver peace of mind. A&J Campbell, Canada's largest coast-to-coast mover.
I can get
More masking tape.
more concrete.
More plaster.
More of these. Maybe even more dirt. More lawn.
More of this? More of that?
Maybe I could get 3 more feet.
I would like 4 more of those.
When I go to Home Depot, I can save money.
Nuts.
And I can get more stuff.
A lot more than I would have expected.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is why I go to Home Depot first.
Home Depot, first in home improvement.
Every person on this planet, no matter how big or small, is filled with potential. Every mind, whether it exists in wealth or poverty, has the ability to think great thoughts. Every idea, no matter who it comes from, is full of possibilities. Cargill believes this potential must be nourished, because the better we are fed, the more we hunger to achieve.
Moments ago, Dorothy Torpy's loss today was Leanne Rothenberg's gain, and she was the lucky recipient of this beautiful Kia Magentas automobile. Her name selected out of a bin, and into the car she goes. Plenty to hawk about here in Calgary, and a year's supply of gas courtesy of Husky Fuels as well. So congratulations to you, Leanne Rothenberg, and the ability to drive away with that beautiful automobile here on a cold winter day in southern Alberta.
And right now it's Wayne Middaugh driving away with the lead in this game, 8-5 over Kevin Martin. And there's a saying in curling, as long as the number of ends left is the same as what the score is, you still have a chance. So Martin here with 3 ends left, 8, 9, and 10. If he could steal them all, that would tie the score.
Historically in this event, going back the past 8 years, the most points scored in a game by a winning team is Niner Hawks, and that mark is threatened here today.
Just clean it. Yeah, halfway.
Good shot.
As
the
we
first
look back,
priority, Paul, will always be for Martin here now to just put rocks in play and ignore a lot of what Middaugh does and just get yellow rocks out in front and draw in behind cover and try to steal.
9 points scored in no less than 3 occasions dating back to 1994 in Calgary, 97 at the Winnipeg Granite, 1998 in Fort McMurray, and 1999 at Max Bell in Winnipeg as well. So that's been accomplished on 4 occasions.
Go, go, go. Hard. Right out, where we go? That's not awful. That's not awful.
Not awful at all. That moves that rock off the center line. Opens up more of the 4-foot available for Middaugh if he had to draw on his last one.
Eh? No.
Second rock here for lead Don Bartlett.
Back 8 is what we want.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, lots of room.
Back 8.
Lots of room. Lots of room still. Oh, it'll bend.
Back 8.
It's already there.
Okay.
Oh.
We hear Kevin Martin saying back 8. His thinking that if they happen to... Oh, that one's going too deep, though. Past the back 8. He's figuring if they get a jam up front that they could bury 2 in behind the same long guard.
Our lead numbers are brought to you by Home Depot. First in home improvement.
Bartlett with a slight advantage there. Hasn't thrown a hit, though. He's just been setting the table, putting those front guards up.
Scott Bailey's problems in terms of the comparison have been on the hits, 67% today, but has not been a problem as the way this game has transpired. His rank still well in front, 8-5.
Poor shot, too, aren't
He's such a strong player on this team. Excellent, excellent sweeper.
Very good.
Yeah.
And at this level, you find a lot of shots made by sweep. As far as holding the rock straight or just carrying it that extra 5 or 6 feet when you really need it at the end from the hog line in.
Halfway.
First rock for second.
Even a little tighter is fine.
Carter Rycroft. And for the past few ends, Ed, this game has taken on a familiar pattern.
Most definitely, it's the Martin team throwing the guards.
Yep.
Middaugh peeling them off.
Clean.
Tetley with a ton.
Did you get that for you, sir?
Got her.
Carter Rycroft and Ian Tetley are second stones as we compare their numbers here heading into this 8th end.
Well, Tetley getting out curled by the young Rycroft, 23-year-old, and as I mentioned before, Carter really seems to love playing on TV. He always comes up with big numbers. Some work going on here to get this one over the hog line. Long guard.
Rycroft applauds along with the rest of the gang here in the work to get that rock above and beyond by the two Dons.
Yes. Just clean.
And deja vu for Ian Tetley as he spins and peels and another clear front here.
Harder to get the crowd going.
Kevin Martin goes back up and wants another rock placed on top.
Well,
hard to get around it, those no problem.
Well, it won't go around at all. It'd be wide open at best.
Oh, no, I got to keep putting up the guard. Oh, they're going to make the field.
And then you like you on your last one. That's all you can do.
He's buried if you give
This Martin team getting frustrated with all that peeling, and they're thinking, well, what could we do different? And not a whole lot when you're playing against a great peeling team like Wayne Middaugh.
Kevin's patience is wearing thin with the excellence of his opponent here today. They haven't missed too much.
No, no, all right.
Tight.
Right here. You get it right to there?
There by itself. No, there by itself.
Okay. You want to be short of that. Be nice if they somehow get rid of this one.
Kevin hoping when they peel the yellow that maybe they come over and wick out their own red. That would leave shot yellow at the back ring.
Yep, quick, yep, clean.
Got a good piece of the rock, but still enough to spin off to the sideboards and keep it clean. Third number comparisons through 7 ends so far here in Calgary. Graham McCarroll and Don Walchuk.
Well, it looks like advantage to Walchuk there, but really early in the game it was that 38% on the hits that really hurt Walchuk, and looked like McCarroll had the better of most of the game.
12 of the 14 shots for Don Walchuk coming into this 8th end of play have been draw attempts, otherwise guards, and that has really been the story of this game as they've had to play hide and seek.
Okay, that's
very little position here to hide as Wayne Middaugh comes right back out. We'll pop the broom down and ask Graham McCarroll to clean it up.
What do you think?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Clean.
Whoa,
whoa. Fine.
Go around the center.
And hit it, way too. Okay.
I don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
well.
Kevin trying to think one shot ahead here, what he would do with his last. But first things first, he's going to play this one short of the rings, thinking Middaugh will peel it, and then he'd make a play on the right, on that red one on the left-hand side, hit and roll towards center, try and get lucky and get a steal.
This one's in, Don. Awful close. Oh, pick.
Oh, it's got something. Ah. Take it in. Yeah, might as well take it in.
That one picked early, and it's going way over to the right-hand side. Now it's coming back a bit with the other handle.
Going back the other way now.
Okay. It'll be shot rock and comes back in, as you said, head back inside, full 8 foot, just off the 4, but when things aren't going well.
I had to have the heavier stone. That was dumb of me. I should have looked. I thought I had the 2 first all the time. So I'm going to have to hit on my last one, eh?
I just assume make the double. Well, he makes the double too. Yeah. Yeah, I really don't want to jam it, because then he's shot.
No.
Whoa, close. Whoa. Yep.
Middaugh played this spot with his last stone on the 6th end, just a little bit over from here.
Nose hit.
Yeah, something like that.
He makes a double 6-2.
Not much choice for Kevin Martin on his last. He's going to have to play the yellow hit on this one, the double there, and then get the roll all the way across and get that one as well. Needs just over half of it.
Yep. Hard all the way. Whoa. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Come on. No.
And that can happen on that spot. Very straight there. It even backs up a little at the end. Middaugh's got a free run here at 2.
What are you throwing? What are you throwing?
That may be all she wrote. Somebody is singing out there, or at least humming.
And you mentioned, Paul, that 9 has been scored a lot of times in this championship, but 10 has never been reached, and Middaugh can do it with this shot.
It would be a perfect 10. The Toronto area rink.
Mine's good.
Looking for his 3rd World Curling Tour Championship.
Wait, fine. Whoa.
The Players Championship.
Which would match that of Kevin Martin.
No. No.
No sweep required.
Yeah, it's right on the back one. Good. Good shot.
That is it. The draw for 2. They're shaking hands for 8 ends of play, and that is it. The Husky Players Championship going to Wayne Middaugh and his rink. A 10-5 final victory here at the Calgary Curling Club. Total domination, Ed, right from the get-go.
Yeah, Middaugh had a really good start, making a tremendous quadruple in the first end for 3, and that set the tone for the whole game.
No, I know.
Team Middaugh 10, Kevin Martin 5, and a check presentation for $40,000 and much more coming up from the Calgary Curling Club in just a moment. We'll be right back.
Every year about the same time, same place, it's back with a blast. Another cold Canadian winter, another frozen gas line. This winter, fight back. Fill up at Husky and Mohawk with ethanol-blended high-performance gasoline with a built-in gas line antifreeze. The ethanol blend offers added performance and a reduction of harmful emissions. This winter, you'll win with Husky and Mohawk, Mother Nature's gas stations.
JVC. Always presents some science.
Just for us, during our period. The more water we drink, the less water we retain.
More science we can use?
Always Super Maxis.
The only Super Maxis with quilted dry weave.
To resist bunching, so they keep their shape better.
And keep protecting after wingless Maxis give up. Go science. Always quilted protection.
Always science. Never stops.
The 2001 Husky World Curling Tour Players Championship finale won by Wayne Middaugh and his rink from Ontario, a convincing 10-5 victory over Kevin Martin and his foursome from Edmonton. And to the victors go the spoils. A pleasure to welcome a major gallery here in terms of winners, and of course from Husky Fuels, Bill Popplewell, congratulations to you. What a great job here done by Husky as a supporter, and a chance to present this check to our winning team, skipped by Wayne Middaugh, third Graham McCarroll, Ian Tetley at second, and Scott Bailey our lead. And of course, let's go ahead with the proceedings and congratulate our skip.
Congratulations there, Wayne. Congratulations. Great job, guys. You've had a great season. On behalf of Husky and our employees, have a great season next year, too.
Bill, it was just a tremendous event and a happy ending for this rink from Ontario. Only one winner here, but Husky the big winner as well, and the World Curling Tour, thanks to you people at Husky Fuels.
Well, thank you, Paul. This was a tremendous event for Husky. We've enjoyed the week. We've had great support from the Calgary Curling Club, great support from the fans, and the players. We just got a tremendous relationship with the players, and we'd like to continue that very, very much. So thank you.
Future is indeed bright for Husky and the World Curling Tour, I might assume.
Curling's been very, very good to Husky.
And Husky to curling as well. Wayne Middaugh, congratulations, and I'm sure the omen was set right there in the first end. You pick up three, and Kevin Martin had to play catch-up and never was able to do that.
Yeah, you know, we got a good three there in the first end, and you know, I maybe got some lucky angles on my shot, but you know, they were all there to go. And in the second end, Kevin had a chance to get back in and just paper ticks the guard, and yeah, that really put us in a good spot.
Fourth end, you pick up another three, and again, it comes down to Kevin being heavy in draw weight, and a rather simple end for you people to end it that way, but the game was all but over back then.
Yeah, you know, and that has a lot to do with my team putting some rocks in the house and some good spots, so that you know, that if Kevin did happen to make a mistake, we were able to capitalize, and that's all the credit to my team members.
What a year it has been for you people. You do get to the Briar, but you win your World Curling Tour Championship for the third time. This was a big one.
Yeah, it was. You know, Husky has done a phenomenal job in coming in here and making this truly a championship for Canada and the world. And, you know, enough can't be said about what Husky's done for our game. So we really appreciate them coming in here and making this a great championship.
Well, congratulations to you, Graham, Ian, and Scott as well. Our winners here today, Calgary 2001, by virtue of a 10-5 win over the Edmonton rink of Kevin Martin. Wayne Middaugh and his rink from Ontario, champions this time around.
Every year about the same time, same place, it's back with a blast. Another cold Canadian winter, another frozen gas line. This winter, fight back. Fill up at Husky and Mohawk with ethanol-blended high-performance gasoline with a built-in gas line antifreeze. The ethanol blend offers added performance and a reduction of harmful emissions. This winter, you'll win with Husky and Mohawk, Mother Nature's gas stations.
Discover the sights and sounds that make us Canada's seacoast. In our music, in the excitement of our past, in our seafaring heritage, and in young hearts. It's all in our 400-page Doers and Dreamers Guide. Get your free copy today and visit us as soon as you can. Nova Scotia, Canada's seacoast.
On January 4th of this year, Kia Canada hired this man, Mike Parenteau, to photograph this car, the all-new Kia Magentas. Mike's work speaks for itself, don't you think? I do. Mike, if you're listening, joke's over. We want the car back. Now, Mike, the all-new Kia Magentas from just over $21,000. It's about time everyone had a well-made car, except Mike.
Well, it was a tough day for Kevin Martin and his rink from Edmonton. Regardless, they go away with $20,000, and it was just not his day, but it did belong to Wayne Middaugh and his rink from Ontario. Final score of 10-5. Wayne Middaugh with the championship trophy, and Graham McCarroll, congratulations to you as well. A rather simple day for you in terms of getting into that hack and just peeling shot after shot after shot.
Yeah, it's not something I typically do a lot of, but when you get an early lead, you sure don't mind to.
Looking back to last year in Winnipeg in the Max Bell Arena, you guys remembered clearly losing a 6-4 battle, and I'm sure there was a chance to seek and attain revenge here coming into this match, and a motivation as well, winning $40,000 in first prize money.
Well, I agree with you, but every time we play Kevin, it's always an exciting game, and the same thing, if they get up on us, we know they're going to peel us out, so luckily we were on the right end of the stick this time.
Let's talk about the Olympics. You guys have already qualified. Coming up later today, Peter Corner and Russ Howard battling for that last spot. You people have won world championships. You've won Briars. Next on the line, a chance perhaps at a gold medal, and that is very big for you people.
Oh, yeah, the Olympics is the biggest thing in sports, and it's bigger than curling. And to be part of that a truly great event, I just can't imagine what that would be like.
Looking ahead to Regina, and Graham, we might get you to comment on this. This is going to be a very competitive field, whether Russ or Peter get in as well. Looking ahead to that, Jeff Stoughton and a group of curlers, it is going to be tough to emerge from this, but you people have something to do looking back to the last Olympic trials and a record to improve upon.
Oh, yes, well, every team's good, so, you know, last time we were on the wrong end of the inch in a lot of games, and you just have to hope you have some sort of momentum going into it, play well, and get a couple of breaks, because there's a lot of good teams there.
Wayne, other than the Middaugh rink, looking ahead to Regina, who might be the tough team to beat in that? I know on any given day, any one of these teams is very much capable of carrying Canada's colors to Salt Lake City, but who do you think might give you people the most problems?
Well, as always, I always think our team is our biggest competitor, and as long as we go out there and play the way we can play, you know, we can beat any team, but on the same token, we can lose any team out there. It's too tough to pick. You know, we got a 1 in 10 chance, and every team there could win that thing.
Looking ahead here at the Calgary Curling Club, Peter Corner and Russ Howard for that final spot. I know family's involved here. We're going to put you on the spot. Who's going to win that game?
I'm just hoping for a lot of good shots. You know, it's a tough one. You know, I can't shoot Russ down, but I got to stick with the family, because I know if it was Glenn against Pete, Russ would pick Glenn, so I got to pick Pete.
Well, you picked a winner here today as well. Congratulations to Graham McCarroll and Wayne Middaugh as well. 10-5 winners here in Calgary, the Players' Championship in the year 2001, going back to Ontario. We'll be back with Kevin Martin after this.
The power of diesel is now even more powerful with the all-new Diesel Max. Fill up at Husky or Mohawk and improve the overall performance of your diesel-powered car or truck. Diesel Max makes engines run stronger, smoother, and perform longer with less maintenance. And Diesel Max burns cleaner, reducing harmful emissions over conventional diesel fuels, showing a big improvement in mileage. It's time for Diesel Max, improving performance and saving you money. Available only at your Husky and Mohawk retailers.
How the years, they fly by, fleeting glimpses, moments in our lives. Gotta hold on to them, catch them while you can. These are the moments, these are the moments. JBC holds the moments of our lives.
You won't believe your mouth with this antacid tablet.
It's amazing.
Dissolved almost immediately.
Like, it's gone.
It's Maalox Quick Dissolve Chewables, a different kind of calcium carbonate tablet for heartburn.
It dissolves quickly when you put it in your mouth. Very quick.
Maalox Quick Dissolve Chewables dissolve faster and more completely than Tums.
Didn't have to dig it out of my teeth.
It's gone.
Maalox Quick Dissolve. Finally, a quick dissolving antacid tablet.
Quick dissolve. Maalox.
I know a lot of things now that I didn't know before.
A real man can fix toilets.
I don't know everything.
Nice to know things are done right as you did it.
This is everything I ever wanted.
He knows everything there is to know about everything.
Did you listen to the guy?
We go to Home Depot for advice anyway.
I live for Saturday.
I asked the people at Home Depot, and they told me how to do it.
They improved me.
I improved my house.
This is why I come to Home Depot.
First, Home Depot. First in home improvement.
Is your world a little barren? Classifieds in the Calgary Herald. Get it daily. Call 235-READ. Got one thing on your mind? Sports from the Calgary Herald. Get it daily. Call 235-READ.
Welcome back to Calgary. Kevin Martin losing a rare championship here in the World Curling Tour Championship finale in Calgary. 10-5, our final score to Wayne Middaugh from Ontario. Kevin, off to a rough start. 3 rocks down right away. A combination of tough reading the ice and the rocks as well. A confusing start for your rink right from the start.
Well, a little bit to start with, but that quad that Wayne throws in one, that makes a big difference. You know, they get those guys with a lead like that, all of a sudden they're full of confidence. They're going to come after us like crazy, and they did, and they, you know, once you can smell a little bit of blood, you're in trouble. And we actually came back okay in the end of the game, but a little too late.
And in fact, on your last shot in that first end, you'd made a pretty good shot.
Not well.
No, not according to you.
Yeah, it depends if Wayne sees that quad. Of course he does. If we don't quite curl as much, if it stays a little straighter, and we bump the red straight back, he's got no quad. But just the way it ended up lining up, it was a tough shot though. He had to hit it really thick on the first one. If it ends up hitting about half a rock with that outturn, that he only gets a triple, and he gets one or we steal one. But the shot was perfect, and it's fine.
Fourth end, Middaugh picks up 3 as well, and it didn't come down to takeouts. It came down to your draw weight and your trouble or lack of such, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what do you say? You know, it's just I had draw weights right on the can all week, and just let that one get away from me.
It's been the end of a very decent year for your rink, and now we segue to the summer months. And what do you and the rest of the rink do to get prepared for next season and maybe take a break from a very busy schedule this time around?
You bet, yeah. We're proud of the team did great, and we had an excellent year, and this is a great finale for it. And unfortunately, we came a little short today, but I don't think we can leave here feeling too bad. You know, everything worked out pretty well this year for us. This summer, there's a lot of training going on. Actually, our team has got a training system for this summer to get ready for the Olympic trials in December. So we've got a busy summer, actually, as far as fitness goes, and get organized for next year.
$3,200 in terms of round robin and a check for $20,000 for you people. Congratulations. It's been a great weekend for Calgary, your rink, and curling in general.
Thank you very much.
Kevin Martin, tough loser here today, 10-5, but he gave it all he had. And, of course, a former 3-time champion. Now, Wayne Middaugh will join him in the past 9 years as a 3-time champion as well. And the illustrious history of the Husky Players Championship 2001 here in Calgary. Our champion is Wayne Middaugh and his rink from Ontario.
On January 4th of this year, Kia Canada hired this man, Mike Parenzo, to photograph this car, the all-new Kia Magentas. Mike's work speaks for itself, don't you think? I do. Mike, if you're listening, joke's over. We want the car back. Now, Mike, the all-new Kia Magentas from just over $21,000. It's about time everyone had a well-made car, except Mike.
Is your world a little barren? Classified in the Calgary Herald. Get it daily. Call 235-READ. Got one thing on your mind? Sports in the Calgary Herald. Get it daily. Call 235-READ.
The 2001 Husky Players Championship is brought to you by Husky, your Diesel Max fuel retailer.
Wayne Middaugh and Vice Graham McCarroll, part of the championship squad that included Ian Tetley and Scott Bailey as well. 10-5 winners this afternoon over Kevin Martin and his rink from Edmonton. Pleasure to bring back into the broadcast former world champion from 1986, Ed Lukowich, and a tough loss for the Edmonton rink, but what a great victory for the Eastern representatives to the tune of $40,000.
Well, it certainly was, Paul, and I actually picked Martin to win the game, but the start of the game just went all Middaugh. When he made that quadruple in the first inning and got 3, that was just a sensational shot, and when they got the lead, they weren't to be caught today.
Several key points in terms of game story, but we can reflect back to the first end immediately when Wayne Middaugh was able to take charge of this match, and it comes down to 2 rather crucial rocks to end the end.
Well, it looked like it was actually sitting not bad for Martin. He had the shot stone in there, but this is a hard one from Wayne Middaugh, and he actually has to move 4 and make a total quad here and hits it just precise. And the tough one is that back one. He moves it right back and doesn't revolve 4, but he gets enough to get the 3-ender, and after that it was tough for Kevin Martin all the way.
Let's speak of the 4th end and another 3 here, and he had to have his draw weight, and as Kevin alluded to moments ago, lack thereof. He just didn't have enough, I think, here.
But usually, you know, we know him as being a phenomenal hitter, but he's also a really good draw man, but he didn't have it today. Just as soon as he let that one go, Bartlett, the sweeper on the right, was yelling, "It's too much all the way," and Bartlett abandons it before the rings. He knows it's heavy. It's going out the back door. Just a little bit of sweep from there, it's gone, and, you know, all of a sudden, you know, you make another miss, you're down 7-1 to a team like Middaugh. There is a lot of difficulty in coming back from that one.
Friendly adversaries in the commercial break got a kick out of Wayne Middaugh saying to Kevin Martin, "I just love kicking your backside." But of course that has gone both ways over the years, and fair play turnabout here, and Wayne Middaugh was able to come away with a victory and really stick it to the Alberta representative in his backyard.
Well, on the tour they play very often, you know, and the last time it was 8-2 for Middaugh and the Sioux, so he's really got Martin's number now. Be interesting to see if that carries on through next season and even into the trials when they go to Regina.
Looking back to 7 months ago, it all started on both sides of the Atlantic. In September, what a great way to end the year, but the World Curling Tour is very much viable and healthy thanks to the people at Husky, and we're looking forward to next year.
Well, we're looking for bigger things from the tour all the time, and, you know, 10 of those 10 spots that go to the trials, 7 of them are really come from the tour, from the champions, and from the events during the year, so the tour is just getting bigger and better every year.
And on tap here, of course, at the Calgary Curling Club, Peter Corner and Russ Howard in an all-Ontario battle to determine the 10th and final trial spot to go to Regina next December to determine our Canadian representative at Salt Lake City in the Olympic Games coming up shortly thereafter. Good look at that first end, and a good look at Graham McCarroll and winning skip Wayne Middaugh. Tough day, of course, for the Edmonton representative, skipped by Kevin Martin, as they lose to the Ontario representatives. A final score of 10-5. The Husky World Curling Tour Championship goes to Ontario and Wayne Middaugh, and our final score 10-5. On behalf of Ed Lukowich, I'm Paul Hendrick. So long from Calgary.